The following discussion is not necessarily the views of all involved. The goal is to start open and honest discussion in the Christian worldview. Like all things, weigh what you hear with what you know and join us in our pursuit for the truth. Enjoy the podcast.
I think B.
I think C.
I think you're wrong.
When I go to weddings and they're like, highlight your favorite verse, and I go to Ecclesiastes where it says funerals are better than weddings. Listen, I love Amos, but D. Not a single person alive has quoted Amos.
Come on, man. All right, I'd like to welcome everyone to the Second Rate Saints podcast. You'll have noticed that it's a little different. We're doing a tier list, I guess. I'm one of your hosts, Caleb. To my right
is Joshua, and to my left,
it's me. So if you can't tell, it's just the two of us. And so that's why it's a little more laid back. This is just going to be a filler episode, a little bit of fun. Yeah, I feel a little sacrilegious doing this, you know?
we've also confirmed that we've read nothing. There's no what have we read.
Okay, well, hang on. People are going to see the tier list and they're going to want to see, they just want to go right in. You want the background for tier list as we're talking about like some random history book that nobody cares about?
No, we just have to acknowledge it.
Okay.
You know?
I don't read. I can't read.
Yeah, we have a degree and none of us have read a book.
Yeah, so we're missing Stuart. As per the norm, sadly. We're missing Joel, sadly, and we're missing Colting, sadly. It is graduating season, so it's a little bit rough. Bear with us. Hopefully you can have some fun with this too. Josh, is our grading of these books the how good they actually are, or just our perception?
It's our perception. We're also playing with a fun trope that is great, giving a tier list of everything that exists. Like you can find tier lists of, sports, teams,
fictional
books, fictional characters, video games, video game consoles,
presidents,
movies, presidents, everything. You can find tier lists of kitchen appliances. Like it's wild. So it would behoove us, to use an old word, to give a tier list of the books of the Bible,
God's word, and not based on anything particular, not at the quality of the books, just what we think. Just to carry us through, then let's just get it done, get it started. So as you can see, the books are not laid out in organized fashion, so neither will our starting be.
I like how you just assumed that.
Yeah, you were the one who was like, no, we need to do it in order.
Yeah.
And I'm not reordering that. Look at that.
We don't have to reorder it. We have the books of the Bible record.
No, you're good. You're good. Anyway, Kings. First and Second Kings. Where are they? Tell me.
Where, me?
Yeah, you.
Just immediately?
Yeah.
Okay, First, Second Kings. Let's analyze this. They're large. There's a lot there. Mm-hmm. David is present, right? Big Messiah motif. Solomon, same thing. Mm-hmm. But then it's just degenerates the rest of the way.
She goes, oh, this is getting good. It's kind of like a TV show where it's like
he's
banging first seasons and then it just ends in a whimper.
Yeah, it's Game of Thrones Bible edition.
Okay.
If Game of Thrones was a TV show, it would be, if they did a Bible version of Game of Thrones,
if
it would
Game
be
of Thrones was a
Kings
TV show.
Or Judges.
This is true.
Right? But I would say Kings is a solid
I have control of the mic,
C
everybody.
tier.
C tier?
C tier.
Okay.
We can move them.
I'll hold that tentatively based on what you say about 1st and 2nd Samuel.
That's a B tier. Because you actually get to see the story of David rise, whereas Kings is kind of just giving you the lowdown of like what happened.
Feels a little more propagandic.
Yep.
Propagandistic. There we go.
Yep. But you get David and Goliath. You get David rising to become king. You get the Saul story. You get the
yeah.
You know, you get
a little more character development.
Yeah, and you get Samuel.
Yeah.
But, dope old dude.
Okay. I like
Yeah.
it. Okay. I can settle with Kings if that's where Samuel's at.
Yeah.
Seeing how it's just all in the same ballpark then. Chronicles.
Okay. Chronicles, we put him next to Kings.
Really? Because I would have put him in D.
Interesting. I would put him at C because it's the same info, but it's different perspectives.
I don't like it.
No.
I'm going to give you that one so that I can have another one later on. So I can say you owe me.
If it's just Romans is S tier, then we agree.
Well, okay, fine. Let's argue then. Hebrews.
Oh, A.
A. S tier.
I think A.
S tier.
It doesn't have the staying power Romans does. People don't quote it as much.
So?
But by that reason alone, it hasn't affected church.
It's not
life.
it wasn't meant to be a systematic treatise on like Christian doctrines.
Oh, you're absolutely right.
It is the best sermon.
No, the Sermon on the Mount is.
Hey, both are God's word though.
Yes, but one is from his mouth.
Well, where does God's breath come from?
Please, dude. You can't say. I think just purely based on because it hasn't. It's great. It's A tier. It can be no lower than A tier. It's just not Romans.
We'll see. We may come back to that.
Absolutely.
Okay, fine. 2 Corinthians.
2 Corinthians.
Yeah.
No. 1 Corinthians first. 1 Corinthians is B tier.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's.
I'm more passionate about 2 Corinthians, not gonna lie.
Oh, yeah.
2 Corinthians is A.
You would put it as A.
I'd put it as
There's
A.
a lot of books in the Bible, dude.
Yeah. 2 Corinthians is power and weakness, man. It's like the whole,
I would put it as. I would put it right next to 1 Corinthians.
Well, I'm vetoing this one.
You can't just veto.
No, you got Hebrews down from S to A.
I'm not
and
vetoing
Chronicles
it.
up from D to C.
I'm not vetoing it. We got an hour, dude. We'll move them around.
Okay. I think 2 Corinthians, it's so much of it's the cruciform life that disciples are meant to emulate. The transforming power of grace and the path of actually following in Christ, taking on suffering, all that kind of stuff. It's awesome. It's theology of the cross stuff. It's A tier, and this is where it's staying. No,
1 Peter.
1 Peter.
Yeah, where are you going?
I see 2nd.
Yeah, but where's 1 Peter?
Why you put me on the spot like this?
You've been doing this to me the whole time, and then telling me I'm wrong.
It's so much easier that way. 1 Peter. You think about it while I try to find it here.
Sadly, even though he is the head of the church,
Right at the top.
I don't think his people quote him for the and honor the emperor quote.
Yep.
And that's it.
Well, no, there's also that might be 2 Peter,
Yeah.
which is the whole.
I mean, but either is there's also the Noah quote.
yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, but it's just but it's these one-offs to argue, does God hate government, or does Jesus go and talk to the people in Noah's
that's
era?
not all that it's about, but it does seem like Peter writes in a far more scatterbrained manner. My dad loves it, but
It's obviously the word of God. It's obviously great stuff. I'm just saying, compared to the giant that is Romans, Corinthians, Ephesians, Thessalonians, right? It's just not. It's like 1st, 2nd Peter, and Jude are D tier.
You think Jude is D?
Jude is great, but he's addressing one issue. And like, I would go the same way with Jude. I would put second and can we just get this off our chests right away and just say second and third John? Are they in the same?
Yeah. First, second, and third John are all the same.
Because second and third John, I would just put in F tier.
Really?
They're like 5 verses.
So?
They're
It's
great.
a strong 5 verses. Hang on. What are you going to say about Philemon then?
Philemon is great.
Okay, let's handle first and second and third John.
First, second, and third John. Well, because first John's in there, it's obviously B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
B tier. Okay.
B
Okay,
tier.
Fine.
Because it's not John the Gospel, though all of the themes are there. And it's great. It's great stuff. He so clearly is like, here's the good people, here's the bad people, here's why you're good, here's why you're bad. Jesus the devil.
You need to be doing the good.
It just stop sinning.
Please. It would be better for you.
Yeah. But second and third John are like 4 verses. Half of it is greetings.
You're right. You're right.
Like, yeah.
All right, then First Thessalonians.
You got to take this one.
I don't want to put everything in B.
We can put it there now, but it's like
It's either B or C for me.
it's the happiest of the books. It's the happiest of the epistles.
You don't think Philippians is?
Philippians is good, but Thessalonians has the
No, he's just like, hey guys, Jesus hasn't returned. Like, come on.
It's like,
But
pray in all
Philippians is all like,
circumstances.
dude, you guys are doing great.
Oh yeah, you're right. Philippians is the best. Thessalonians is the pray in all circumstances.
Yeah. I think B or C.
Thessalonians?
Yeah.
First and second or first?
First and second.
First and second. You would say B?
B or C.
I would say C.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
First Timothy.
First Timothy. Okay, right now, I want to put it in C. Because it's a lot. It's good. But it's technically niche.
Okay.
Because it's most applicable to the pastor, to the leadership. That's great. But if we're going off of what is actually just we think the great books,
And these are also just the books. It's easy to see from this list which books have most heavily impacted us.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's kind of what I'm going with. Is just First and Second Timothy are great. I've done lots of work with them, but it's just for most people, I think they get they go to the Romans, they go to the Corinthians, they
Because
go to the
wherever you put First Timothy, I want to put Second Timothy the one tier above it.
okay,
It's more personal. Paul's
Yeah.
more raw. There's
okay.
just yeah.
yeah, and then Ephesians A tier.
I want to say S, but that's just my person. That's my
Yeah.
personality.
Okay,
I think Ephesians is just balling. It's so good.
yeah. Galatians B.
Where are you seeing these? Oh, there.
I'm just the next one that came to my head.
Oh, you're not.
We said we aren't doing them in order,
Yeah, because the bottom part here's not in order, and you're just like,
and I don't want to jump into the juggernaut that is Acts yet.
interesting. Don't worry, I'm not that Pentecostal. Galatians. B or C?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go C for now.
You were gonna say D?
I was gonna say B,
Okay.
but let's go C.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, Acts.
A or B? I'm okay with B.
I think A.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can move it down potentially. Because Acts does have the history of the church. Paul.
It's the only thing like it.
It's the
It gives you the context for everything else that happens.
actually somebody did a really good comparison. It's the Joshua of the New Testament.
Yeah.
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 It's great. But yeah, you got Paul's whole life. You got the formation of the church. It's Luke's second half.
Yes.
When
the shutdown mode.
Sorry, I had to review everything I know about Acts.
You got to two things. And then went,
You got Stephen. You got,
oh yeah, it's great.
it's great.
Okay, easy S tier then. Genesis.
S tier.
Okay.
Like, there is, like, secular people
Yeah,
quote
absolutely.
this. Every movie quotes this. Like,
All right.
why Genesis S tier for you?
No, it sets up all the expectations for what's preceding. You can't do biblical theology without it. It is. I actually don't know this for sure, but if I'm going to be shooting off the hip and speculating, I think it is the most referenced. Right? It's either Psalms or Genesis is the most referenced book in the rest of the biblical text.
Well, with that graph, that rainbow graph that people are sharing ever since Jordan Peterson's talk, the middle point with the most references was Psalms.
No, that's actually not the. That's actually not amount of references. That's length of
Book
of chapter. So that's Psalm 119. I looked that up because I was just like, "What is this?"
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
it's either Genesis or Psalms. I would think.
Yeah, yeah.
That's my reasons. For
But either
putting
way,
Genesis
yeah.
last year.
What's the next?
Amos.
Listen, I love Amos, but D.
Okay.
Not a single person alive has quoted Amos.
Oh, come on, man.
Like, I love it. It has the most terrifying words God has ever said.
Is that the
Amos 9
Yeah.
is strike
the pillars.
Strike the pillars. Anyone who runs, I'll kill them myself. Whoa. And then God's like, if you go to heaven, I'm taking you down. If you go to Carmel, the place of my enemies, I'm going up there and taking you down. If you try to go into Sheol, the place of the dead, I'll bring you back up and I'll kill you. If you try to go to the sea, the depths, the place of uncreated
Chaotic,
chaos, the void, I'll send the serpent, the devil, after you. And then it gives the opposite of the high priestly prayer, which is the hope of every human on planet Earth, which is, and I will set my eyes on you for evil and not for good.
I mean,
it's the scariest thing God's ever said.
and here we are going D tier. Anyway, Colossians.
Let's put that guy in C tier. C or B?
Sure.
C or B?
I'm leaning B.
Okay, let's go B.
I like B. That's not a sentimental value though.
Okay, because here's the thing. I would put wherever Colossians goes, Galatians has the same energy. I don't mean the same message. I just mean like it feels like the same quality.
Yeah, and it's not quite up here with the rest in B tier. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Ecclesiastes.
That is a rough one. Personally, it's one of my favorites, but that's only because I like wise things that I don't understand.
You reiterate for other people?
Yeah, like when I go to weddings and they're like, highlight your favorite verse, and I go to Ecclesiastes where it says funerals are better than weddings.
Okay, so seeing how this does just reflect us, B tier?
Here's the thing. B tier for sentimental value, but if I'm actually giving the appropriate answer, I think it's C or D.
I could see it being even in E.
I think it's D. It's better than first and second. It's better than Amos, which means Amos might be E.
No,
Sorry.
but no, this reflects us though.
Not just us,
Okay, fine.
but
Okay, fine.
Does that make sense?
No, I'm on board. Like, I mean, for me, I think personally, for me, it's A or B.
Okay, then do we compromise with C?
Yeah, we got so much in C though, so no D.
Compromise C. C for compromise.
Joel's not here for this one, so we can just say whatever we want. Daniel.
Oof.
Because
B. First SCAT book. You've got...
it sets up so much cool stuff.
Well,
man.
it sets up... all.
Jesus loves it.
Jesus loves it. Jesus quotes it. It's the Son of Man. It's the Ancient of Days. Songs come out of that song.
It uses Ugaritic stuff, so it's cool.
Daniel in the Lion's Den. Radshak, Meshach, and Abednego, otherwise known as Rakshak and Benny from VeggieTales, right? You've got the golden, you got the furnace story, huge stories in culture and reference.
You got the writing on the wall.
Writing on the wall. It's A or B.
I'm gonna go A then.
Okay.
Because I was personally, it's up there with S for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Hosea.
Sorry, Hosea.
Deary.
You're right. E.
Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't want to do. Man, I can't even see that. I'm going blind over here.
No, it's very tiny writing.
That's Deuteronomy, by the way.
Deuteronomy. Oh. B.
Okay. That's
Sorry. No.
No, I'm good with B.
B, because I'm thinking Torah, dude.
Yeah.
Leviticus is higher than Deuteronomy. Or is Deuteronomy the better version of Leviticus?
Deuteronomy's a better version of
Okay, then
Leviticus,
Deuteronomy has to be
in my
B.
opinion.
Then Deuteronomy has to be B because it's Torah.
Yeah.
So B. And then
Okay.
Leviticus has to be I'm sorry. I was gonna say A, but no.
I'm good with B.
B. Leviticus is C. Only because
Okay. Esther.
personally, A or B.
Okay. I was thinking A.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go B only because it's. Here's the thing, I think Disney could make a real great,
it'd be awesome.
a real good.
They don't even have to talk about God.
No, God's clearly in the story, but
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's not mentioned.
yeah, let's go B.
Are we thinking B? Woo.
B. Let's go B.
Okay. Exodus.
Oh,
A.
Oh.
It's A. It has to be A.
it's A. I thought you were gonna go C. I'm gonna say A. No, we did this last time because I argued for S.
Oh.
It's the Exodus, dude. The Red Sea.
Yeah.
The 10 Commandments. The law is given.
Yeah, but
The temple.
we will reconsider that
'Kay.
when we see what else is in S.
Okay.
Okay?
Because what are we doing? 4 max for S?
No, we'll do whatever is required.
Hey, don't talk like that to me.
What do you mean? Get out of here. I have the most. Ezekiel.
C. Isaiah's better, Ezekiel.
Isaiah is better than Ezekiel, but I'm thinking of Zechariah. Zechariah has to be better because it goes in this term in my brain or whatever.
Oh, okay.
It goes Isaiah, Zechariah, Ezekiel.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Dude, Ezekiel's where aliens come from.
Get out of here.
No. The wheels within
The
wheels.
wheels.
Biblically accurate angels.
Yeah.
The whole cultural move, Ezekiel. You've also got Satan in Ezekiel 29.
Okay, we're gonna skip Ezekiel then for a little bit.
Okay.
Ezra and Nehemiah.
Oh, D.
Okay, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think D.
Yeah.
I feel like it's of the better of D.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Put it in front of Peter.
Not that actually reflects anything, but yes.
Yeah.
Habakkuk. The last chapter is the best.
By name only, C tier.
What is that supposed to mean?
Like, by name only, it's achieved C.
Really?
Yeah. Dude, Habakkuk?
Eh.
He's basically Canadian. He's a citizen of Saskatchewan.
Where do you live? Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
I live in Moose Jaw. There's one tree.
It's a bush.
Everyone's hit it with their car because no one knows how to drive.
Well, they do know how to drive.
Straight lines for 800
On
miles.
black ice. It's not driving, that's skating. With rubber.
Yeah, you're right. Next.
Okay. See, I'm feeling more D tier.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Hey, guy. We're just dumping on the minor prophets.
Minor prophets are boring, dude.
What?
There's a few.
just
Like,
preached
we're
a sermon
putting
on
Jonah.
Jonah.
We're putting Jonah and Nahum in A and B.
Yeah, okay.
Like, just go to them right now.
Okay, Jonah is A or B?
Jonah's A.
I think A.
Yeah. I think Nahum's B. Nahum. I think Nahum's B.
I think Nahum's B. That's a good one.
Okay.
Let's switch it up. I know we're not going in order, but that's fine.
James. Job. Oh.
I want to do another.
Oh.
It's A or S.
Really?
Don't you think? This the amount of weight that it's like. Even it's like Genesis. Other people know the story of Job. Non-Christians know the story of Job.
You're right.
Jewish culture is obsessed with it.
You're right. And it's got the Leviathans with dinosaurs.
That's where dinosaurs go. Dinosaurs don't come from anything else. Other
Dragons. We got a long neck and the red dragon from. Yeah.
It's S or A. Because S is so empty, I want to put it in S.
But we can't let that.
But if Job is up there, Exodus has to be up there.
And no, but here's the thing, right? I think Exodus is bigger than Job.
Yeah.
Because Exodus defined Israel.
Fine. Either Job is the least of the A's then. I know I'm scaling it back hard. Because I'm looking at the... Yeah,
no, I think Job is...
Because now I'm looking at the rest of what's in A.
Yeah. Job is A.
Okay.
Exodus is S.
Okay, well, again, we're going to get back to that.
No, because... Oh, yeah. But everything Daniel is because of Exodus. And the temple, and the Ten Commandments,
Yeah, and the whole
Red
lot.
Sea. Yeah. And
Again, we'll get back to it. Okay?
You're right.
Okay?
You're right. James, a good B.
Yeah, I think that's a solid B. That's good.
Yeah.
I know someone's going to be upset with that because...
James going to be mad. Luther's going to be mad it's not an F.
Okay. John. Gospel of John.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
It's me. It's S tier for me.
It's S tier. The rest of the Gospels are in A tier.
Let's just...
Because they're unoriginal. Yeah.
Man, I can't see.
Yeah. Yeah, we all know. Like, Matthew, Mark, and Luke, like, you can't put the other two above Mark because they're just mostly Mark.
Even though I do favor Matthew more.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Of the synoptics?
Of the synoptics.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's S tier. John is way better than Matthew.
If John didn't exist, it would be Matthew.
Yes. Okay. I might go Luke because of Acts. I think so. But the other thing is the reason John is S tier is because that's the first book everybody tells any new Christian to read.
Oh yeah, that and Romans.
Yeah, that and Romans.
Those are the two things that
dude,
are
just
translated.
put Romans in S. Okay. Just put Romans in S. Just get it up there.
Where are we here? Where's Romans? Oh. Come on, get up there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a solid S tier right now. Genesis, John, Romans. Yeah.
Okay. Ezekiel, then let's get back to.
Because of what I'm seeing, I'm now saying let's put him in C.
Okay.
I
I can go with that, I guess.
I don't think he's James. I don't think he's Nahum. Sorry. I would probably, if I did this again with fresh eyes, I would put Nahum below Ezekiel. Only because Ezekiel is like, you start with the Son of Man, you start the the new temple stuff.
Yeah, but Zechariah does that new temple stuff even harder. And he does the new community and all that. And like everything that Revelation is, it picks up. Not everything, obviously, but it picks up so much from...
What a statement.
Okay, you said everything that Daniel is from Exodus, which is also not.
Absolutely.
Okay, whatever, buddy.
Yeah, all the imagery. Anyways, continue.
No, most of the imagery it gets from pagans.
Continue.
Hey, guy.
That's F. Put it in F.
I'm not gonna defend it. But
I'm not going to defend it, but that was harsh.
Isaiah.
A.
Yeah, I feel like if I were to do a deep dive study on Isaiah, I would fight tooth and nail to put it in S, but I haven't, so I won't.
Here's the thing.
I've done light stuff, but
Here's the thing. Isaiah's great. It's converted many Jews to Christianity through Isaiah 53. Many Jews don't read Isaiah 53 for that reason.
My favorite book of the Bible is in Isaiah 59.
Your favorite book of the Bible is in Isaiah.
Hold on, let me restart. My favorite chapter in the Bible.
Isaiah 49.
59.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it my favorite? Talk about a cultural reference. My favorite is when Andrew Schultz, the comedian, on his podcast Flagrant, reads out a passage of Isaiah, and they're all like getting hyped about it, like it's a pump up speech for a football game, and it's about like the Lord, like not how he's going to bring them back from the nations, about how he's the one that lifts them up and gives them clothing, and it's all this stuff, and it just fear not, for I am the Lord your God, and it's just like, it's just great hearing.
It's good. Isaiah 59 for me is almost like a mini microcosm of how God functions in humans' attempts for religion. So it's like, we try, but we're unable. So he achieves it for us. And it's just our hope comes from him achieving righteousness for us, interceding for us. It's so good. Jeremiah. I feel bad because I have to say D.
Really?
Yeah, well, look what it's compared against.
You're right.
Right?
You're right. I was going to say it's Isaiah's little brother.
But like way sadder.
It is the saddest.
Oh, Lamentations probably.
No. Still Job. Still Job. Jeremiah does get treated unlike any other prophet. Because he doesn't. Yeah. Anyways, what's next? Joshua?
Joel.
Oh, Joel.
Oh, hey, Joel.
Deary. The only thing in there is the Pentecost.
Yeah, the Acts 2 stuff.
Which Acts does better.
Man, people would just have to watch this and go, there's so much more in those books. They're just, and you're right. We just, these are opinions of undergrads. So like, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. I work at a church.
I'm working on my master's, but I haven't got it. So
yeah. Joshua. Here's the thing. You got Jericho.
It's C, right?
It's C.
It's good C.
It's, you know what? Where's C? Put it on the far left. There we go.
Again, doesn't matter, but it matters.
No. Left to right is priority. We're going to have to go through that then.
Yeah, we'll see where we're at.
Yeah.
Jude.
Where do we put Peter?
It's like the original Second Peter.
Where do we put Peter?
Put Peter in D.
D?
So C, right?
I don't think it's the same caliber.
What do you mean?
As like Kings, Chronicles, what is it? Thessalonians?
Yeah.
Dude, Thessalonians is miles ahead of Jude.
Yeah, but you got the bones of Moses.
And you got Satan fighting Michael.
Yeah, so C.
He does quote the Apocrypha.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
See? Okay.
Okay.
Judges.
B.
Yeah, okay.
B. You got Gideon. You got Samson. You got the dude with the left-handed sword.
Oh, yeah, and it just disappears in his fat.
Yeah, it disappears in it's basically just the book Dune.
Lamentations. Back to sad time.
Wherever Jeremiah is, one less.
I don't even remember. So E tier.
We're okay, but because Lamentations is sad, it's attempting to be E. So it's doing its job.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like that's its S tier.
Leviticus. I think B, but it's a hard B.
Here's the thing.
It's like a soft B, hard C.
Here's the thing. It's B if here's the thing. It's F if you're trying to attempt to read the Bible front to back. It's B if you appreciate the laws. It's A if you understand that is the moral system and the heart of God, which is what holds us, which shows us our sin.
In that culture, yeah.
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 So D.
I'm gonna go with B.
I'm fine with that. It's Torah. It's huge. What's next?
Malachi. Sorry, Malachi. It's Italian, man.
It's
which is really Romans, but anyway, Malachi.
Is Malachi Hebrew Mario?
Here's the thing. I don't want to put it with D.
Malachi has or is it Micah? It's Micah. Malachi's below Micah.
So E and Malachi.
Because Micah has the walk humbly, love justice. Do justice, love mercy, walk humbly with your God.
I'm gonna out myself as someone who
has never read the book of Micah.
No, I've read it. I just like everything Minor Prophets, unless it's Nahum and Jonah.
Yeah,
I get them confused half the time.
Yeah.
Especially
Malachi's the last one,
and Micah, which is the one that marries the prostitute? Isn't it Malachi?
No, that's Habakkuk.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I might have to rethink where Habakkuk is.
That one's great. When our teacher tells that story in his own words, and he starts crying. It's beautiful. It's the best version of the prophet.
Okay, so Malachi E, Micah D.
I'll put
Numbers.
We have to put it lowest B. Torah. You've got Balaam.
Not C.
You've got Balaam.
Yeah, but it's. You're saying Torah. It's better than Joshua?
It's Torah.
It's better than Joshua.
It's better than Joshua because it's Torah. It's fundamental.
Really? Okay. Like I get it. I'm just.
Yeah, dude.
Obadiah. I like this. I have a weird. I really like Obadiah.
D. He's not.
Why do you do this to me, man?
He's not Jude. He's not Ezekiel. He's not Joshua.
He's like, hey, eat him. Hey, eat him. Screw you. That's it. The whole thing is like, hey, why did you betray your own? Mm-hmm. Like, oh no, the rocks will protect us. And he's just no. There you go. I just summarized Obadiah.
Could we do 4-second book summaries? No.
No. Well, the whole thing is like, you're going to climb up to your high places? Doesn't matter. It's
what's Philemon?
Yeah. B? I think B.
I think C.
I think you're wrong.
Explain.
It is, other than the pastoral epistles, which have their own like apostolic type stuff going on, right? Like church stuff.
It's the gospel applied.
It's the gospel applied. Something that is that you don't see quite reflected to the relational extent in any other book.
Okay, here's the thing. You do see it in 1 John. Because he's right.
The whole family to the
yeah.
But it's the you see the actual reconciliation within the family cell, within the relational cell, within the social cell.
Yeah, you see the destruction
happening.
of slavery.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. That's great.
It's B grade.
Is it? You're saying that Philemon's better than Galatians and Colossians?
Yeah.
You're saying it's better than Thessalonians?
Dude, I've preached on Philemon more times than any other book of the Bible. Philemon is banging.
Sick dog.
What do you want from me? I'm not a youth pastor.
Neither am I. I mean, like, I'm willing, but you have to give me Exodus as S tier.
Okay.
Perfect.
All is right in the world. Philippians. Happy Paul. Paul is happy. This is a good time.
Happy Paul, B tier.
Okay.
Dude, it's not A.
No, but I'm just wondering, is it better than Joshua?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Joshua's got some awesome moments, right? But it's not Philippians, dude.
Okay.
You know, like
Proverbs then.
Ooh, A. And then Psalms is S.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I was going to put Proverbs. I got to move it up like this. I got to climb it up.
Yeah, no. Psalms is dude.
Psalms is dude.
Dude.
Okay.
Dude, don't even get me started on Psalms, okay?
We might fight over this one. I don't know. Revelation.
A.
It's S.
No,
It's S.
it's not S.
It's a beautiful. You're just putting it in A because it's hard to understand.
No.
Yeah, it is.
No.
That's code for I think you're dumb. That's not true.
Here's why. I absolutely concede my point. It's S tier. Because it's a bookend to Genesis. It's the culmination.
It's beautiful.
It's, yeah.
Again, I have to climb it up. Ruth.
Oh, B.
B.
B
Really?
or A.
Why? Why so high?
Because. Okay, you know what you were saying with
Because.
you know what you were saying with Philemon?
Yep.
It is if Philemon and Esther had a child.
Mm-hmm.
It's
As tones of books.
as tons of books. It is quick. It's personal. God has mentioned like once or twice.
Mm-hmm. It's all for God and like.
Yeah. It's the God producing. It's the foreshadow of Mary and Joseph, right? It's also the showing you that while Judges is going on, God is bringing about the king, right? And it's amidst the turmoil of the world, right? You've got
God still cares about widows.
God still cares about widows, but it's also the relationship is so personal. It's so real. It's down to earth. And with that all being there, it's about the birth of the Messiah, so to speak, of the time, which is then a foreshadow of Jesus. And like, again, another Disney love story.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's 4 chapters. It's so
And it has the
clean and
euphemism
concise.
of
Yeah.
uncovering of the feet.
Yeah.
Anyway, so speaking of uncovering the feet, A Song of Psalms, that's F tier for, no, where's it going?
Did we put Ruth somewhere?
Yeah, we put it in B tier.
B.
You know how long I was holding that joke?
Song of Songs is F, right?
For
Okay, put it in E. We can't. We can't do that.
oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Man,
Titus?
how is Haggai all by himself?
Haggai, dude?
Yeah.
Again, I'm going to say this about Amos, except Amos has one of the best passages in it. Have you ever heard anybody quote Haggai?
No.
Okay.
Well, like,
Have you ever quoted Haggai?
I've heard a sermon series on it. I don't remember what it said. It wasn't good. Anyway, Titus.
Listen, when people make sermons about Haggai, they quote the rest of the Bible more. Okay, it's true.
Titus goes as 1 Timothy.
Ooh,
Below 2 Timothy. Really? Why?
No, where's Timothy? One down.
1st or 2 Timothy? 2 Timothy's in B. 1 Timothy's in C.
Titus is D.
Oof, just rough.
I think Joel. I think. What do we got there?
In D tier?
Yeah,
We got Ezra, Nehemiah, 1 Peter, 2 Peter, Ecclesiastes, Habakkuk.
I think Ecclesiastes is ahead of Titus.
I think so.
You know what I mean? Like, we can't put Titus above Ecclesiastes in C tier.
But Titus is better than Amos, Hosea, Lamentations,
Yeah,
Malachi, Song of Songs. Okay.
yeah.
Zechariah.
It's do you know what Titus is? It's edgy Timothy.
Well, yeah, because he's just like, hey, you're old enough, you can just walk in and tell people what to do.
And you're tougher, man.
Yeah.
And I'm sending you to tougher people.
Well, maybe. Because he sent Timothy to like...
No, but he sent Timothy to sexually depraved Ephesus and cult land.
Yeah, and I wouldn't call it sexually depraved stuff. Because that diminishes how bad 1st and 2nd Corinthians is.
No, you're right.
And Ephesians is doing Ephesus was doing much better.
You're right. No, but I mean in comparison.
Sure.
The problem. The problem with the Cretans,
They're dense and lazy.
is they're barbarians, dude. They need a strong arm. Hey, you're going to hell if you don't shut up.
I always pictured Timothy as kind of like a 50-year-old, either has never been married or his wife died, and he's now just like...
Here's the thing. I imagine Titus was saved by Paul in a prison ministry.
Oh, so it's just
Shaved head. He's just like, I'm sending you to this place.
just equivalent would just be all tatted up biker dude.
Yeah. Might have a teardrop tattoo.
Interesting.
Yeah. You know, has a real shady past.
Zechariah.
It does have a very interesting passage about how the Lord rejoices over you with dancing and singing.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful.
So D tier.
I was going to say C.
Too bad.
What's the last one? Jonah's A.
Zephaniah. I'm sorry. I have to look so close to the
No, I
computer
think
screen.
Zephaniah is the one. Zechariah is the one with the temple.
Zechariah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zephaniah is the one with the singing. F.
I'm good with that. Is there anything you want to change?
Okay.
Okay, let's agree with our S tier here.
Okay.
Genesis,
Yes.
I'm on board. John,
Yes.
on board. Romans, we're all on board.
Absolutely.
Exodus, I concede it for Philemon.
Yes. But also, think about this. Okay. You've got the Exodus story, which is the Jewish nation being created.
Oh, it's necessary for any biblical theology.
No, but not only, it is the beginning of all apocalyptic literature motifs of the destruction, the waters, it's the rock. Like there's hints of it before in the flood, in the fall, in the Tower of Babel, right? Like whatever. But like the strong God coming into the world, it's directly related to Daniel and Revelation.
Yeah.
As the description of the destruction, the the people being freed, deliverance, salvation.
And anytime Paul's looking for
Moses,
terminology for how are we saved, what are we brought out of, he just goes to Exodus.
Yeah,
like
you've got the Red Sea, one of the most quoted pieces of the Bible, one of the most well-known parts of the Bible.
The Red Sea.
Yeah. That the fun fact that nobody knows. You've got an Oscar award-winning movie made by the creators of Shrek called Prince of Egypt.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Exodus, Gods and Kings.
No. What a movie, dude. When an asteroid, when a comet goes over.
Oh, that's the Pillar of Fire, bro.
Yeah. When an asteroid goes over, a meteorite, goes over the Red Sea, splits it in half because of the shock wave. And then when the water comes back, there's just like 20 water tornadoes on the water as it's coming in. It does have I think it does have a great line though. Mm-hmm. It's also like the scene when because Pharaoh listens to Moses, and by this point, like he knows God's going to go carry through with everything he does. And it's the death of the firstborn, and he has a kid. And he stays up all night with his sword at his baby, like infant child's.
As if he could fight off the angels.
Yeah. And he like nods off, falls to sleep from exhaustion. Mm-hmm. And like he wakes up and his kid's dead. And then like he has the kid mummified and lets them go. And he goes up to Moses, who he's known his whole life. And he's like, what is this God that you worship? The God of dead children? Like the God of killing kids? Like, what is this? And it's just like, and then Moses is just like, we warned you?
This was the 10th time.
Yeah, it's like, it is your fault, but it's just like, and it is an escalation. Like it's a measured escalation. The sin gets worse, the punishment gets worse. Mm-hmm. Right? And it's a motif because Pharaoh killed God's firstborn children. And it's God is exacting the appropriate judgment. But it's that line is just like, oh yeah, that's rough. Yeah. So
I think that's it though.
Mount Sinai? Okay, A tier. We're happy with A tier?
We're happy with A tier.
What do we have here?
I'm happy with A tier.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't see any problems with it.
We're okay with Yeah. Yeah, I think this is it.
I like it. Things get a little weird at D tier.
Yeah. It's really hard to like say anything bad about the Bible. But it's also like at this point it's just like basically the amount of quotes.
Yeah.
Like Haggai and Zephaniah are not bad books. They're great books. It's just
I might read them just so I feel better about rating them so bad now.
But here's the thing, we're not saying they're bad books. Like that's not the point of the tier list. The point of the tier list is just saying like,
Well, this is definitely the order. I think this is the order of books that have most affected me and then diluted a bit with
well, and culture and every Christian literature, the Bible itself, right? Like, is there, and I'm going to go on a limb here, right? Would Haggai say his book could measure up against Genesis? Would Haggai even say himself that Daniel is on par with his book?
I think you're getting a little rough.
I'm just saying. It's the word of God. It is the truth. But, there's degrees of infinity.
Interesting. I would like to see your formulated canonical hermeneutic based on that.
I mean, by the very necessity that you did the tier list with me, you have the same
problem.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I'm just deflecting it to you first, then I can learn from your mistakes. Yeah, I think we're just going to end it there then.
Is that it? We don't want to mull over this?
Not really.
Oh,
Don't worry, Josh. I'm in the same room as you after we stop recording. All right. I'd like to not welcome. I guess this is the end. Thanks for making it this far. I know this is different than our usual content. Probably won't happen again. But this is fun. Well, we had fun. I had fun, at least.
I had fun. We might need to get the other two to do the exact same thing just to see their comparison.
Sure.
You know? That'd be fun.
That would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us where you disagree, because no doubt you probably will. And check us out. Actually, check us out on our socials. Subscribe, like, comment, shoot us an email. Check out our blog and website and book reviews at secondratesaints.com. And look us up on Instagram. Joel posts stuff there all the time. It's pretty good. Thanks for making it this far, and see you next time.